Curcumin's anti-inflammatory properties form a part of plant bioactive compounds. This natural compound, derived from the plant turmeric, has been extensively used in holistic sciences, and current-day studies now highlight its significant anti-inflammatory actions. As a result, it is considered a potential therapeutic agent for internal repair within dietary regimens. While it is predominantly used as a combination therapeutic, what's important to understand is that consuming culinary ingredient as opposed to a therapeutic dose are two different positions. According to Peng et al. 2021, numerous studies have demonstrated the diverse biological activities of curcumin, with its notable anti-inflammatory effect being a significant feature. Turmeric has a strong presence in holistic sciences like Ayurveda. One of its several therapeutic actions includes its capability to regulate and inhibit inflammatory pathways, and because of its numerous therapeutic properties, it's symbolically regarded as sacred and is also known as the golden spice. Peng et al. 2021 further suggests that curcumin and its derivatives, known as curcuminoids, have demonstrated efficacy as therapeutic agents over the years. The three main curcuminoids found in turmeric are curcumin, which is a type of polyphenol known as a curcuminoid, found in the turmeric root plant. Dimethoxycurcumin is a curcuminoid, a type of natural phenol and a derivative of curcumin. And bisdimethoxycurcumin is a type of curcuminoid compound, a derivative of curcumin, all of which contribute to turmeric's overall anti-inflammatory effects in a matrix-like behavior, which means each interact with the other and create particular effects. What we often forget that natural compounds are not man-made, they are a part of the natural world phenomenon. To take this a step further, it was only a few years back that the medicinal effect of a whole food diet and natural foods were not necessarily paid much attention to. Yet holistically, they maintain their position and prominence. What may not be apparent is that consuming whole food turmeric is different from consuming a concentrated compound derived from turmeric, such as curcumin. It is important to recognize that different compounds in the curcuminoid family have varying effects and properties, as with most natural compounds. The absence or alteration of one compound can change the overall behavior and benefits of the key compound. For example, when a compound such as curcumin is from a live wet source, such as a whole fresh root, it may display different actions on consumption and interaction with other foods and the body itself. This is due to the presence of other organic components and potential enzymatic activity. On the other hand, when sourced from a dry form, such as a dried powdered form of turmeric, certain enzymatic activities may be different. This reduction or absence can potentially alter the overall composition and properties of another compound. It's a sort of denature of the source. It is crucial to recognize that the reductionist approach to complex compound interactions often leads to variable biochemical reactions. This is a key consideration in holistic sciences, as one size does not fit all, and whole, complete factors should be taken into account to optimize how we eat. That's not to say that specific compounds, when concentrated, may or may not be effective in their particular properties. The point is to form an understanding on how natural compounds behave on consumption. Also, that the source of the turmeric is also subject to an interplay, i.e. organically grown turmeric without synthetic pesticides is expected to be more body-centric. Let's consider some of these points in more detail. The difference between a therapeutic dose of a natural food source and isolated compounds or concentrated doses in capsules lies in their bioavailability and interaction with other components of the diet. When consuming a natural food source, such as fresh, organic turmeric root, the bioactive compounds present are in their natural form and interact with other nutrients present in the root. This may enhance their absorption and utilization in the body. On the other hand, isolated compounds or concentrated doses in capsules may not interact with other food components in the same way, potentially displaying different effects within the body. However, concentrated forms may be required for a targeted approach. Additionally, natural food sources often contain a variety of phytochemicals and nutrients that work synergistically, providing health benefits beyond those of isolated compounds. Therefore, the holistic approach of consuming natural food sources include better absorption, uptake, and elimination of excess. In terms of isolated compounds or concentrated doses, they are subject to the same principles to some extent, but are typically dose-dependent, as opposed to regular balanced diet. Similarly, the consumption of pure water is another important component. When considering the body-centric approach, the incorporation of therapeutic supplements or prescribed medicines into one's regimen not only affects hydration, but also influences the body's ability to excrete excess substances. The intake of additional therapeutics or prescribed medicines may alter the body's water requirements, necessitating a different approach to hydration. This is due to the potential impact of these substances on bodily processes, which may require increased water intake to support the body in metabolizing, eliminating excess, and ensuring there's no buildup which may be counterproductive. Therefore, there's a fine balance involved. Considering some pro-inflammatory markers such as interleukin-1, IL-1, interleukin-1 beta, interleukin-6, interleukin-8, interleukin-17, interleukin-27, tumor necrosis factor A, TNF-A, plasma levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, tumor necrosis factor, TNF. These are inflammatory biomarkers according to Peng et al. 2021. Which means they suggest the body's internal behavior in inflammatory triggers. They state that studies involving inflammatory cells and in vivo models found that curcumin exhibits a decrease in the levels of these markers. Further suggesting the inflammatory pathway includes 4 key components. 1. Inducers are substances that initiate or promote inflammatory responses in the body. 2. Sensors detect pathogens or tissue damage, triggering the immune response. 3. Mediators regulate immune responses and encourage immune cells to go to the inflamed area. And 4. Effectors execute the response to inflammation and include immune cells and inflammatory mediators. We often overlook that medicine, diet, and fluids like water are distributed throughout the body via the circulatory system. Both medications and nutrients travel through the same network, despite different mechanisms of action and effects. As a result, everything we consume has the potential to trigger inflammatory conditions, whether positively, negatively, or neutrally. As individuals, we can support internal homeostasis and our potential for internal repair when needed. Holistically, what we eat and drink can be extremely helpful in supporting one's internal repair. Curcumin's anti-inflammatory capabilities are attributed to its ability to modulate signaling pathways and suppress inflammatory mediators. In this context, curcumin may be categorized as a mediator in inflammatory conditions. In simpler terms, curcumin has the potential to reduce inflammation in the body. It holds potential by regulating cellular signaling and inhibiting the production of inflammatory substances. For example, it can target inflammatory markers such as the molecule cytokines interleukin-6. In terms of curcumin's anti-inflammatory effects, Peng et al. 2021 state they extend to several areas such as musculoskeletal issues like osteoarthritis and arthritis, mood regulation, mediation of depression, and nervous system well-being, seasonal concerns, and several other areas. It is also suggested that current research shows that inflammation is closely related to depression. Holistic sciences advocate that overall human mood is closely related to diet and the quality of nutrition. Curcumin has anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and neurotrophic properties, suggesting it has strong potential for mood regulation. In addition to its anti-inflammatory properties, curcumin also inhibits the release of monoamine oxidase, serotonin, and dopamine, and shows the potential to regulate the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, neurotrophic factors, and hippocampal neurogenesis and neuroplasticity. Neurotrophic capability refers to the ability of the nervous system to grow and adapt. Neurotrophic factors are molecules that support the growth, survival, and differentiation of both developing and mature neurons. They play a crucial role in the development and maintenance of the nervous system. Similarly, in terms of curcumin's other actions, it is suggested that curcumin's properties may reduce joint inflammation and alleviate pain symptoms due to its anti-inflammatory and cartilaginous protective effects. Cartilaginous refers to a substance that is related to or resembling cartilage. It is a firm, rubbery tissue that cushions bones at joints and provides structural support in the body. Ayurveda suggests several other applications in which turmeric or turmeric combinations are helpful in improving and regulating specific concerns. However, this is based on professional dosha analysis in line with the VPK. It also states that turmeric is an adaptogenic agent, which means a substance that helps the body adapt to various stresses, promoting balance and overall well-being. Lastly, curcumin's anti-inflammatory properties may be more bioavailable when combined with other natural ingredients. For example, the Ping et al. 2021 study states that piperine found in black pepper when combined with curcumin improves anti-inflammatory and antioxidant activity. Turmeric is categorized as an ancient food. In holistic sciences, there are several types of combinations. Typically, natural turmeric is tolerated by most individuals. As an example, fractional consumption of around 1 to 3 grams a day as a culinary ingredient in food, such as a super soup or turmeric tea, for healthy individuals is commonly used holistically, whereas a targeted, concentrated dose is subject to individual analysis and suitability. However, culinary ingredient or therapeutic dose, both of which are subject to the same factors. While the potential of natural Curcumin-Turmeric is evidently promising, it is subject to individual suitability, individual parameters, and individual health status. As advocated by holistic sciences, one size does not fit all.